Hello, hi to everyone. My name is Paolo Micucci and I'm the CEO of CityLife.
Hello everybody, I'm Gloria Brocchi, I'm the head of sustainability in Generali Real Estate. We can start maybe from a short introduction about our ESG goals and targets and the ambitions that we have as the group. We have a strong commitment to support transition to a low carbon economy and mitigate climate change risk. As a group, we have a comprehensive decarbonization strategy in Europe focusing on several key areas. For the investment portfolio, we aim to achieve carbon neutrality by 2050, and Generali joined the Net Zero Asset Owner Alliance in January 2020. The goal of the alliance is to contribute on ensuring that the global temperature does not increase more than 1.5 degrees, as set out in the Paris Agreement, by 2050. And the main objective is to achieve the net zero emissions in terms of CO2 in the real estate portfolio, with the first plan to align for the first 5 years at least the 30% of the real estate portfolio with the global warming trajectory of 1.5 degrees. For the group operation, we plan to achieve climate neutrality by 2040 with an intermediate goal of reducing greenhouse gas emission from company operation of the 35% by 2025, aiming to purchase the power from 100% renewable sources by 2025, wherever possible. I leave the floor to you, Paolo, for an introduction on the CityLife project.
Thank you, Gloria. Just a few words on this development of CityLife. There is a picture just behind me, and you can see that basically is the master plan that's been done in the last 20 years here in the center of Milan, mostly characterized by the 3 towers that are just behind me, and you can see also in the background some residential units. It's an important urban regeneration project. As I said before, started 20 years ago, and nowadays is almost nearly to completion, and is basically positioned in the center and the heart of Milan. Since competition, there was the ambition to have a new architectural value and attention to the quality of the people life scheme, and also the desire to create an innovative district. This in order to elevate Milan at the same level as the European capitals. With this project, we had an opportunity to return almost 36 hectares of land to the city. And basically this portion of area previously were occupied by the Fair of Milan, that now has moved to the external parts of the city center, and previously was not accessible and was all protected by a fence, and nowadays is very permeable. There was an important and innovative master plan that has been developed, and is mainly consists of 3 layers. The first one, which is below ground, is where basically we have hosted all the infrastructure. We have hosted the roads, the technical service, parking, and also the connection to the metro. The second layer instead is at ground floor and is represented by the park, which is almost the second in the city center after the Parco Sempione, and we had the ambition to free this area from traffic and works and making it accessible only, say, to pedestrians. This, to me, is the main pillar that is basically made this master plan, this project, to be sustainable by fact. Third layer instead is the one that is above ground and is featuring, say, an important expression of modern architecture with works and design by price architects such as Zaha Hadid, Arata Isozaki, and Daniel Libeskind. But I'll now leave the floor to Gloria to go to analyze a bit more in detail the ESG aspects of this master plan.
Yes, thanks, Paolo. Thanks a lot. So first of all, maybe general focus about the quality of the project. CityLife project focuses on the eco-friendly design and high energy performance for all the building that has been developed. We used innovative construction techniques and also durable materials to minimize our environmental impact. And we have achieved high performance in this project through various ESG commitments, also labels and certifications that ensure the quality of the project in terms of thermal, acoustic, and environmental standards. Going in details for the certification of the projects, let's say that maybe the first one we achieved was the LEED for city and communities certification. This one achieved with the platinum level by the US Green Building Council. And as we know, this certification evaluates the environmental, social, and economic aspects of the community design and management. Another certification we achieved some months ago is the WELL community standard. We achieved the platinum level, and within the certification, we are proving our goals and ambitions on health and the well-being within the community. Third certification for the development is site certificates. We were the first in the world to achieve the platinum level for existing landscape pilot that recognizes the sustainable land development and the management practices. In addition to these certificates, the CityLife district incorporates not only the energy efficient systems, but also produce renewable energy on site, contributing to a lower environmental impact, but also contributing to manage properly the water resources, for example, ensuring sustainable use and conservation. The aim of the project in terms of sustainability is to create a resilient community that supports an high quality of life for the residents, the visitors, and also for the workers. I leave the floor to Paolo for focus on the project of CityWave.
Thank you, Gloria. CityWave is the building that, again, you see behind me. Is the render and is, say, what we call a new generation office building with almost 60,000 square meters of commercial area. Works have started, say, in Q2 2023, and it will end in Q3 2026, so almost 6 years. The project has been designed by Bjarke Ingels, who won an international competition that we launched sometimes like 4 years ago. And we have invited architects with a strong track record on tall buildings. But the winning concept didn't feature a tall building, but a building that was rather, say, extended horizontally, as you can see behind me. Concept, which seems quite simple on the paper, is including, say, 2 courtyard buildings positioned to the remaining plots of the master plan. And they are, say, intersected by a sphere which determines, say, the 2 roofs on this side and on the other side, and by a canopy that is just behind me that spans between the 2 buildings. and is, say, tied down to the ground with some rods, say, in order to minimize displacements or vibrations. This building, by not arising in height, allow us, say, not to compete with the existing context, but is actually, say, completing it. And basically, say, introducing, say, a new gateway to CityLife with the main axis of Via Domodossola. As I said, is a new generation office building because after, say, COVID, we had, say, new requirement, new standards that were coming from the energy transition on one side, and also on the transition in which we leave the offices and we leave the homes. We certainly spend more time at home with the smart working, so we do some work from home, and we spend less time in the offices. This implies that whenever we are in the offices, we want to have a bit more qualitative time. And in order to have qualitative time, you need to provide, offices with flexible spaces, comfortable, with natural lights, beautiful, and with many services. But I now leave the floor to Gloria and to go through all the ESG aspect of this building.
So thanks, Paolo. Thanks a lot, and let's go in details with the ESG credential of CityWave. Let me say first of all that CityWave is designed to consume on average the 40% less energy compared to a standard office building. These savings are achieved thanks to the environmental solutions and the technological solutions that we put in place, such as, for example, the use of the geothermal plants. But the building is also exclusively powered by renewable sources because the buildings are, as Paolo was mentioning before, completely covered with photovoltaic panels. And this is making the project one of the largest urban photovoltaic panels in Italy. The building system allows also the connection and the reuse of the rainwater, contributing to an excellent water resource management. And it includes also a vast covered area for public green spaces. As Paolo was saying before, this is the second part of Milano. This one is private, so it's quite impressive. This enhancing the urban environment and providing a place for the community also to enjoy. In terms of certification, CityLife has achieved the LEED pre-certification at platinum level, which is the highest level for these certificates. The project has also achieved the white score level, again with the platinum score, these reinforcing the building connectivity. The project was also assessed in terms of whole life carbon assessment, which is a method for measuring the carbon emission during the entire life cycle of the building. And this assessment allowed us to understand and manage the environmental impact of the construction projects with the aim of reducing the operational and also the embodied CO2 emissions of the project. We also achieved, talking about CO2 emissions and whole life carbon assessment, we achieved last year the first certificate in Europe released by LCBI, Low Carbon Building Initiative, achieving the performance level. And last but not least, we also obtained for the CityWave project the WELL Press certification at platinum level, here again achieving the highest standard for this certificate. All having this said, let me say it's both the certificates and also the technical aspects of this project are a proof of the great commitment that we have to sustainability, and also it's a proof of our role in promoting an healthier and more resilient urban environment. I think I'm done. I leave now the floor to Paolo for the last part of our speech and for the closing remarks.
Yeah, no, I'll just say thank you for watching. Certainly, we believe that, I mean, these developments and specifically this project of CityWave will be one of the most iconic building here in Milan. So please come and visit us. And if you need further information, you can always refer to the website or send an email to Gloria and myself. I would say bye now from Gloria and myself.